Hi Zoe.
Hi.
So can you tell me about your job title and what you do in your role for the One Horton Heath project?
I'm Senior Communications Lead. I look after the approach and all of the planning and the programmes related to everything to do with communications for the One Horton Heath project. In the first sort of stages, we developed the One Horton Heath project brand, and then we've been doing a number of engagement programmes, creating messages and content whereby we can inform people actually what's going on, and they can actually come and talk to us at different stages.
So you did your GCSEs, then did you go on to do A-levels, and what came after that?
I was always interested in graphic design, and I always loved how visual information informed people. You know, I loved how the London Underground map worked, for instance, and I think at that young age I probably didn't understand how the application kind of worked. I went to college and did A-levels.
Right.
So I did graphic design, design technology, but I did the media A-level, which was great. University taught me how communications works much as a business function.
Yeah.
So it's the theoretical side, but also the application side. And I had a number of lecturers that came from industry as well. I spent a bit of time in an advertising agency. I was able to go in and around the South Coast and do some projects with some sort of local firms. So it was good. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
It was through education and through work experience, etc., that I was able to get to the point where I could see what the variety of roles were in the communications and marketing field. I got to that point where I was able to then move closer into those roles, and then over time I've kind of moved much more into project roles where, you know, I'm breaking down the stages and the delivery approaches, but all the time I'm still going back to those original elements that I was really interested in at a younger age.
So on a project like One Horton Heath, why is comms and marketing so important?
The communications piece is actually able to storytell right from an early stage on a development like this, so we can get people involved and get people understanding it. It's not just done to people. We're not doing anything to people that they're not aware of. We're actually building the communication and the messages early doors, so it's great actually to have this role in place. In a project like One Horton Heath, we've got lots of engineering terms, so we change them so that people can actually understand. So instead of it being a highway, it might be a road, for instance. At the heart of what you're doing is you're taking ideas and making them real and then turning them into this narrative, but you still have to have a process in which you're doing that by.
So the subjects that young people would be learning at school, in secondary school, how do those subjects relate to the job that you do now?
Everyday life, we're looking at products and services that have been designed in such a way that they're sending us messages. So all of those subject matters will have an element of that in. In communications, you're quite driven by analytical information. You like research and figures, so you do need to have an understanding around maths and statistics if you can. The other side of it is the creative side of it at the same time. So understanding how you can build a product and a service visually, and, you know, look at just a whole range of tools that can be creative, and your branding. So definitely your core subject matters, but then look at your creative subject matters as well, because they will really help you. Technology is going to change the role, but that's not a bad thing, you know.
No.
That's great, because it means that the information we create is much more accessible for people. You know, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, they can access our information, engage with us through all different platforms. It just means that those platforms do need to be managed, and it could be that the technology is going to assist in that.
Why did you want to get involved and work on the One Horton Heath project?
It's great to actually be working on my doorstep, but the variety in this project is huge. You know, we're creating homes, but it's also the fact that at the end of the day, this is going to be a real life sort of place where people will live their life, basically, and that's really special.
Zoe, thank you so much. I love hearing about all the different job roles, so thank you for sharing your background and your passion and enthusiasm for working in comms.
Thank you.